How you doing? Back again. This time we're going to talk about and make beer flights. Beer flights go back to the 80s from what I've done some research. Basically, it's been a board with 4 holes in it. I decided it's time to make some changes. Nobody agrees with me, but so I made a round one with 4 glasses. They didn't like that. So I made a 2-level one prototype. I made a finished one. That's too big. I made one that rotates and they could write the beer type on it. They didn't like that idea. So I made a permanent one where they could write on it. I liked the rotating idea. I didn't like the idea that it was one piece. So I come up with the idea of a rotating one that's interchangeable components. We're going to go take a look at that now. It's in the other room. So I came up with the idea of the rotating beer flight, but one simple change. It comes apart. It becomes a component system. Of a top, with different size holes for different types of glasses. A column, different lengths, different designs. And a rotating base. From these 3 components, you can make any selection of number of glasses, size of the glasses, whether it be 10, 6, for wine glasses, beer glasses, whatever. And you can mix match. You can make bases that are like triangles, any design, whatever your imagination. Bases that look like fish for shore resorts. Beer flights with 6 glasses. Everybody says beer flights are 4 glasses, but no reason why you can't have one for 6 glasses. Bases that look like they're floating. Your imagination lets you do anything you want with this. So today we're going to make one out of pine, and we'll show you how to do that. Step 1 is I've taken some pine, plain pine wood, and planed it down to 3/8 of an inch approximately. I've got 3 blanks, which are the 3 components, 2 parts for the base and 1 part for the top. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need to find the center. So we're going to draw some marks and get the center of each one. Okay. So once we get the center of each one, we're going to drill 1 hole in the base. We're going to go to over here. We're just going to drill a hole in the center here, and you'll see what that's used for. Now I made a jig for cutting the holes. I'm going to use a 2-inch hole saw. through there, and there's a screw hole, and we're going to put this on here. Tighten it, and there's marks on this board. You take it and align the first mark here, and then we can bring this up, and we want to make sure that it's aligned so that it's equal on both sides. Now all we have to do is turn it on. Take the piece out. Loosen this and rotate it to the next line. Rotate it again. Now we have the beginning of the top piece. Board with 4 holes in it. Then we want to cut the corners off. Okay, this is the marks I set so that it'll cut the end off. And then you go to the second mark for this one, like this. Okay. Now you've got a board with 4 holes in it. And then we're going to take it and grout it. Both sides. And then we can run out the edges. Parts of this, just want to sand this. I start with 80 and then wind up with 220. That's about 120 in there right now. This is basically a finished top piece. Now we've got to go make the base. The base has got a top and a bottom to it. First, we can, depending upon what you want to do, we're going to take these and make the top part of it with the corners cut off. And the bottom one we're going to leave square. So let's go cut the corners off first. Cut the corners. Okay. Now we can round the edges on this one. Top and bottom. Okay, now we need these lines because the lines are going to be used to line up the Lazy Susan device. So now we're going to go put the Lazy Susan device on it. So we're going to mark where the holes are going to go. Drill those out after we finish this part. Now we're going to put I bought these at Amazon. They seem to be the only place that I've found anything that sells them. I've looked and looked. Amazon has lots of sizes, 3-inch, 4-inch, up to 6, I think, inch Lazy Susan, and they're fairly reasonable. Normally this wood will all be varnished first, but since we're just showing how it's made, we're not going to do any varnishing. You can stain it first or varnish it with clear lacquer, whatever your preference is. Okay, so now we're going to make a pilot hole here. We're going to take this, drill the 4 holes on this piece of wood where the Lazy Susan is going to go. Okay. Now we got to take this over and do the corners on this one. One more hole we have to drill, and you'll see why. We're going to drill a hole through here. So we can put the screws in. Turn it so that it lines up with the hole, and put a screw in. Turn to the next hole, put a screw in. Next one. One more. Okay, now we take that and line it up with these holes here. Okay. So now we have the 4 screws coming through. So we take a washer, nut, put it on. Nut. Okay. And then we tighten them. Find the first one. Tighten it. Find the second one. Now you know why you need the hole, so you can tighten the screws. Okay. Now you've got rotating base and a top. So we're going to take and first of all mark the center, because we're going to drill a hole. So we're going to mark the center. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna drill through both parts. Okay. Now we have to be able to access the screw. So we're going to make a hole that you can put the tool in to access the bolt. On. And now we can put the screw in from the bottom and access it. We'll go do that and put it together. The columns. I start out with a square piece of wood. It's just a 2x2. Different lengths. I put a cross on the top, on the bottom, so that I can put it in a lathe if I want to make it round like I did with that one, or I can just cut the corners off. You have to drill a hole top and bottom, and you put a nut cert in, which looks like this, and it screws in the hole. I put a little glue on it, and what it does, it accepts a 1/4 screw. So that way everything is standard, top hole, bottom hole, and that's how you can put the pieces together. And different lengths, depending upon the different type of glass that you got, the length of the stem would have a different length piece of wood. This one here, I made, it's got some decorations on it. The little burn marks, that's done on the lathe, and it's simply done with a piece of wire. You just burn it, actually burn the wood with a piece of wire. Put this in here. Bottom bolt, you can fit it right through here. With the bigger hole you can access it. Put that here. Now you got a rotating beer flight. Now that we've made the beer flight, we've got one last thing to do. We got to fill it with some beer, so we're going to go to a brewery and we're going to see what it looks like actually being used. So let's go have a beer now, everybody. Thank you. Hi again, we're back here at Ashton Brewery on Lincoln Boulevard in Middlesex. We're here with the owner, Steve. He's going to talk to you a little bit about the brewery, and then we're going to sample the beers that he makes here on our new flight.
Hi, I'm Steve Ashton. We're Ashton Brewing Company, as Don said, in Middlesex Borough. And we do a wide range of beers here, and from everything from lagers up to imperial stouts. And we've been here for 4 years. We actually just celebrated our 4-year anniversary this past weekend. And we're very excited to be here and working with Don on his flights. We are a 10-barrel brew house. We produce north of 500 barrels a year. Barrel is 31 gallons. We distribute locally and also sell here in our tap room. We are open here in the tap room Wednesdays through Sundays. Usually we open at 4 o'clock during the week. We open at noon on Saturdays and 1:30 on Sundays. We have a variety of entertainment throughout the week. Sometimes we have food trucks and live music, so it's a lot of fun. So we have roughly 15 beers on tap. We also have homemade soda and a couple of seltzers.
Okay, everyone, Steve, I'd like to thank you for having us here to introduce this flight.
My pleasure.
But I think the glasses deserve to be emptied. So why don't we cheers and enjoy the beer.
All right.
Thanks again, and thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.